Hey, welcome to this video. It's going to cover section 5.6 from the textbook, which is looking at two new methods for proving triangles are congruent. The methods are kind of abbreviated as the ASA, or angle-side-angle congruence theorem, and the AAS, or angle-angle-side congruence theorem. Okay. So in general, if you notice any of these patterns within two triangles, then that is enough information to basically conclude that they are congruent. Okay. So angle, side angle, let's annotate here. All right, if I take a look at these two triangles, I have an angle, a side, and an angle. Okay. And I've got an angle, a side, and an angle. All right, so that's how it gets its name. Let's see, the double angle, the single mark side, and the single mark angle. And then we have the double angle, the single mark side, and the single mark angle, right? So both of these triangles have the same kind of pattern in their markings, an angle, a side, and then an angle. Okay. What's important is that the side falls right between the two angles, right? We call it an included side. The other method, the angle-angle-side method, is a little different. Let's do a different color here. Okay, so here we have an angle, another angle, and then a side. Right? Angle, angle, side. Okay, so we have the single marked angle, the double marked angle, and then right next to it, a side. Okay, single marked angle, double marked angle, and then a side, right? So as I go around the perimeter of either of these triangles, the order that the markings go is a marked angle, then a marked side. Okay, marked angle, marked side. The other way, the other triangle up above, as I go around, it's a marked angle, a marked side, a marked angle, marked angle, marked side, marked angle. So you're kind of looking at the markings and the order of the markings. All right, so let's take a look at some problems here. Okay. So we need to decide whether there's enough information to prove that the triangles are congruent, and if so, state the theorem that you would use. Okay. Let's see, how was I going to do this? Let's do it like this. Okay. So I'm going to use my snipping tool here to basically cut out the two triangles. So there's the first one. We'll just kind of rotate it like that. And here's the other one. Rotate it that way. So because we rotated, some of the letters are upside down. Okay, but here are the two triangles. Okay, and now let's take a look and see what pattern we have for the markings. Okay, so I have, oops, sorry, I want to use the highlighter there. I have an angle, and then a side, right? An angle, and then a side. So if I look at the order of the markings, it goes angle, followed by an angle, followed by a side. Angle, angle, and then a side. Okay. So these two triangles are congruent to each other, okay, because of the angle, angle, side method, or angle, angle, side theorem. Let's look at the next one. Just click here. All right. So here are two additional triangles. Let's do the same thing. Let's use the snipping tool to just kind of put them in the same orientation. So there's triangle ABC. there's triangle DC. Right, so just, I guess I don't even need that anymore. Just delete that. So I'm going to do a reflection of that one. Go. That's about as good as I can get it. All right, so we took the two triangles and we kind of cut them out, separated them, and then rotated and reflected them so that they're in the same orientation. Okay. All right, so now let's take a look at the markings and the order or the pattern in the markings. Okay, so I've got an angle followed by a side followed by an angle. Okay, I've got the same marked angle, the same marked side, and the same marked angle. Right, so these two triangles are showing me an angle, side, angle pattern. Angle, side, angle pattern, right? So that is the theorem that we would use to say that they are congruent, right? So these two triangles are congruent to each other because of the angle, side, angle theorem. All right, let's look at the last one here. All right, so are the triangles RST and UVW congruent? Okay, so this one's going to be a little bit easier since they're not connected in any way. I should just be able to do that. Here, let's do something to cover up the. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm trying to just cover this up. Okay, there we go. All right, bring it to the front. All right. Okay, so there are the two triangles, kind of, sort of, in the same orientation. There we go. Okay. All right. So let's look at the pattern in their markings. Okay, so I've got an angle followed by an angle followed by a side. I've got the same angle followed by another angle followed by a side. Okay. So these two triangles illustrate an angle, angle, side pattern, right? Right angle, a single marked angle, and then a single marked side. Okay, so these two triangles are congruent, and the theorem that we would use is the angle, angle, side theorem. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to follow this video up with one or two more. We're going to do some proofs, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.